Hey guys, so just wanted to do another video. Usually I don't do these so quickly, but I'm not going to upload one around lunchtime today. I'm having an interview later with Nathaniel Gillis, who is a demonology expert. I'm going to have that for you tonight. It's going to be some good stuff. We're going to talk about the archetypes. We're going to talk about angels and demons. We're going to go back to the Sumerians. We're going to trace it all the way through. It's just going to be good stuff. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about real quick is drugs. Okay? Now, in America, they push three things. Okay? Really in your face. Alcohol, fast food, and sex. Okay? They push these things. Okay? Someone once said that sex, everything in the world is about sex, except sex. Sex is about power. That's what it basically is. Alcohol, fast food, and masturbation, sex, are meant to keep you in a low vibration. These are addictions. Okay? They have addictive qualities to them. They release chemicals in your brain. The pleasure center. Okay? What happens is you get desensitized to them over time and you need more and more and more. It's just like any addict. Okay? Where you're talking about alcohol too. That brings you to your reptilian midbrain. Okay? We all have a reptilian midbrain. Okay? Think about it. When you drink, what do you want? You want three things. You want food, sex, and sleep. You know, it turns you into an animal. I'm telling you guys that those of you who abuse alcohol or who use it to get hammered, and who are just depressed in general, if you cut alcohol out of your life, within 3 to 6 months, you will not only will you see a difference, but you will see how negative it affected you. Okay? They push stuff onto us that are used as a means to escape. Okay? It's escapism. Why do they need you to escape? Well, because you don't know your true nature. You don't know that you're divine. You don't know that you're a part of God. You don't know that you're eternal, you're infinite. They give you religion, alcohol, fast food, and sex. And then they try and control your sex. Okay? Whereas things like acid, DMT, okay, shrooms and marijuana were illegal for the longest time. Schedule I class drugs. Okay, why? Because they elevate your consciousness. They raise your vibration. Okay, now, certain areas, shrooms and marijuana is becoming decriminalized and legal, which is a good thing. I'm going to explain that. When you're talking about drugs, okay, and you're talking about cocaine, crack, heroin, all that kind of stuff, it's an escape method. People use it to escape because the pain in their lives, they don't have direction, or they don't know what they're doing, or they don't have a purpose, or they don't have a goal, or they're not where they are, or they're depressed. There's a million different reasons they turn to these drugs. Okay? Now, taking a very libertarian position, legalizing all these drugs, okay, will help. And I'm going to explain why, because I know it sounds bananas. Okay? Legalizing these drugs, they did this in Uruguay. And what they found was that all the deaths and all the overdoses dramatically dropped. Why? If you'd think it was legal. Well, simply, you take the cartels out of it. Okay? You take all the drug cartels out of it. When you do cocaine, okay, cocaine comes as a block and it needs to be cut. When it needs to be cut, it's cut with synthetic things, okay? A good cocaine drug dealer will cut it with creatine, okay? A bad drug dealer will cut it with fentanyl, and that's where the overdoses come in, okay? If you take the cartel out of the equation, okay, people get clean drugs, okay? You'll find that they use it a lot less. They've already done this in Uruguay. Now, they'll never do this in America, but that's basically the key. So what is my point? Consciousness-enhancing drugs. If that's the route you want to take, it will open your mind and it'll take you to different dimensions. Now, the other thing is that DMT takes you to higher dimensions, okay? It takes you to higher dimensions. When you listen to Bashar, who's one of the channelers, channeled by Darryl Anka, he talks about it going to the 5th, 6th, and sometimes 7th dimension. People who have done DMT maybe have seen or have heard of the mechanical elves. Okay, they're beings in higher dimensions. In fact, what fringe scientists are doing right now is called a DMT drip. What they do is they're constantly keeping people under it. Or they're keeping scientists, when they're keeping architects, they're keeping certain specific skilled people under a constant DMT. Because when you do DMT, okay, when you smoke it, the effects last for maybe 15 minutes, okay? They're potent, they're powerful, 15 minutes. And I'm not even talking about 5-MeAO toad, okay? When you do toad venom, okay? That just takes you out of your ego, out of yourself completely. But when you're talking about DMT, they're keeping people under, and what they're doing is they're mapping out the universe. Okay, that's what fringe scientists are doing right now. They're mapping out the DMT realm by keeping you under on a slow, steady drip. Okay? So this is, I'm not coming at you from a religious angle. I'm telling you is that I would say 75% of the time, alcohol is a depressant. Okay? Not only that, but the day after you drink, you feel horrible. And the older you get, you don't recover as fast. So it's terrible for you. Alcohol is absolutely terrible for you, but there's commercials everywhere. During sports, during everything. Fast food is awful for you. Okay? Sex is a spiritual thing. You imprint on each other when you have sex, emotionally. Okay? If you're a man, you ejaculate in a woman, sometimes your DNA gets mixed in with hers. Okay? And I'm not talking about having a baby. Okay? You have to go down that rabbit hole. Okay? To find out how sometimes two parents have a child and there's foreign DNA in there. That's from a previous person. Okay? Sex is sacred. Okay? And the best type of sex should be done with one that you love. Okay? I'm not saying don't have one night stands. Do whatever you want. I'm in no position to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you is that I'm trying to give you guys ideas on how to raise your vibration. Okay? Because nobody tells you how to raise your vibration, just that you're raising your vibration. Okay? So, those are bad. Drugs are used to escape because you need to find your purpose. You need to find a goal. You need to find a healthy coping mechanism. You need to understand that you're eternal, that you're loved. Okay? When you understand all of this, okay, the whole matrix falls apart. Okay? If you don't want to use any psychedelics, you don't have to. Okay? Just know that they're basically cheat codes to help you get to where the monks are. Okay? So, they legalized all the drugs in Uruguay. The deaths went down. You're taking money away from the cartels. Granted, it's going to the government now, which is just as bad. But at the very least, it's going to be clean. Okay? So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to have that interview for you guys tonight. Very excited for it. Going to learn a lot. Talk to you soon.